If I told you that Lori Vallow's attorney, Mr. Means, the lead counsel for Lori Vallow, as of the record with the county clerk's office there, if I told you that Mr. Means yesterday filed a motion to dismiss the grand jury charges of murder of Tylee and JJ and of Tammy, the charges against her, to have the grand jury indictment set aside, would you believe it? If I told you right afterwards, immediately right afterwards, he put in a request for compensation to be paid for filing that motion and for going to go see Lori Vallow at the state mental hospital and wanting to be reimbursed for expenditures for filing the motion and going to go visit her. Would you believe it? Mr. Means filed both motions yesterday. He filed the motion to have the grand jury indictment set aside against Lori Vallow for the following reasons. And these are real, ladies and gentlemen. He said that the state picked a date to actually file the charges against her when they knew she would be gone in violation of the stay of the cause for the actual case itself. Since there's a stay in the case, because she's away getting restorative care, and the state filed those charges afterwards because the grand jury came back later than they normally would, or took the amount of time that they did. Therefore, he wants all of the murder charges against Lori Vallow tossed out. And he wants to be compensated for it. And he put in his expenditure for it all immediately. But he doesn't just want the state to pay for it. He wants the money to come directly out of the budget of the prosecuting attorney, Mr. Woods. He wants the money taken from his budget for this case. Yes. This, by far, out of all the motions and everything that Mr. Means has filed, is by far the most ridiculous one of them all. The other ones have some type of illogical merit behind them, but not this one. This time, Mr. Means has gone too far. Hopefully soon, new attorney James Archibald will be taking over and will tell Mr. Means to sit down. Sit down and shut up. And as so eloquently Scott Reisch over at Crime Talk put it, the only thing that Mr. Means is good for is to fetch James Archibald a cup of coffee. Because by far, this shows exactly how Mr. Means is actually thinking. He is not thinking about this in the terms that this is a criminal case. He is thinking about it as a civil matter. Because every time something comes up, he immediately wants compensation and he wants the other side to pay for it right away. It's kind of like two kids on a schoolyard, tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat, back and forth. That's how Mr. Means is thinking about the entire defense for Lori Vallow. Not in a criminal matter, but in a civil, mind-thinking matter only. I really had to seriously sit down and think about this today before I did this video, because I could not wrap my head around the fact that he actually did this. He filed a motion with the court to have the grand jury indictment against Lori Vallow thrown out because they filed the charges when there was a stay in the case. This hasn't stopped Mr. Means from filing motions while she was gone, requests for discovery while she was gone, to work on the case and ask for billing while she's gone. But yet the state is supposed to stop?